So hey guys, in this video I'm going to talk about a very famous project in Python called as Python Password Generator. So what is this project? So in this project we are going to ask the user the number of letters he wants in his password, the number of numbers he wants it in his password, and number of symbols he wants it in his password. So you might have seen Facebook or Instagram or any other site. So what they will tell you to have a combination of these letters, that is letters, numbers, and symbol. The reason behind this is that if you have combination of this letter, it will be very hard to crack it. So I would say this project is very easy project. So this project is a very easy project. So the main purpose or the main aim of this Python password generator program is to provide safety to the user or to provide a very strong password to the user. So the prerequisite of this project is you should know how to import a library. So like when you import a library, you call it like this: import. Like suppose I am importing a function called as math, so I will say import math. Okay, so what it will do, it will, so there might be a function, that is, there might be a program that is math.py, and in that we have some functions called as square, okay, or cube, okay, or square root. So how you call this function in this? First I will call math, so it will go there. Now I want to, suppose I want to use the functionality of cube. So what I will do, I will say math, that is the name of that math.py, math dot the function that I want to use, that is cube, and then I will pass the letter cube3. Okay, so this is how you import a library or a module. Okay, so 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 let's go to the next page. So wait a second. So I know the requirement of my Python password is it should have letters, numbers, symbols. Okay. So now I will first I will get all the letters. Okay, all the letters present in the Python. So there are two types of letters. Okay, letters are of two types. So one is uppercase. Okay, and second is lowercase. Okay. So I want a list of all the letters present. Okay, so there is a functionality or there is something called as string dot ASCII letters. If you are not aware about that, you can search it on Python documentation or you can just search it on Google. So what this string dot ASCII letter give you, it will give you all, it will give you the list of all the letters that are present inside Python. So what it will give you, it will give you a list. So when I will call as like this, suppose uh, suppose my list name is letters. Okay, so I will call it like this: letters is equal to string dot ASCII letters. Okay, so now I have list of all the letters like A, capital A, B, C, capital C, small d, capital D. Okay, now I have list of all the letters. Now what next? I want list of all the numbers. So for numbers I will make a list numbers. Okay, and I will put all the numbers inside it, that is 0, 5, all the letters, that is till 9, because any numbers can be made from these numbers. Okay, all 0 to 9. Now symbols. Okay, symbols I will use this, all the letters, all the symbols, that is a, at the rate, hashtag. So you can use all the symbols that are written just above the numbers. Okay, you can use shift and that press all the numbers that are there on your keyboard, and you will get all the symbols, that is ampersand and whatsoever. Okay, that's it. So till now what we have, till now we have all the letters, all letters list. Okay, we have numbers list, and we have what, symbols list. But you might have seen, when you go to a sign up page of any website, they tell you there are some requirements, like you can't just add 20 letters. Okay, or you can't just write 50 symbols, or just, there are some basic requirement, like they tell you it should have a minimum of, it should have a minimum of what, 8 letters, okay, or 5 letters. It should have minimum of 2 numbers. It should have a minimum of 1 symbols. So now my aim is to get 8 or that 5 letters, 2 numbers and 1 symbol from this list, and this number should be random. This number should be random. Why random? Because suppose I have a list, Python list, letters list, and now suppose I need to get, suppose the website requirement is it should have a minimum of 3 letters. So what I will do, if I'm a noob, if I don't know how to make a password generator, so what I will do, I will just say, okay, give me first 3 letters. Okay, ABC. Now we have a list of number 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on, 9. So I will say, give me a list of 2 numbers, 1, 2, and similarly, symbol @ hashtag, and I will say, give me a list of 1 symbol, that is @. Now my password is ABC22 @ and the hacker is very happy there. He's like, what a noob he is. What a noob he is. He's like, it's so easy to crack this password. ABC12 @. So here comes the play. And this project is all about this play that is called random function. Random. So what random do? It's give you a random number from this list. Suppose I use random. I will tell you how it is random, but suppose I apply random on this list, so it will give me any random the DZA. So now it is little bit tough for the hacker to crack it. Okay, so let's talk about random. Okay, random. So what random is? So it is a code written by the programmers. Okay, so we don't want to know the basics of what is random. Okay, so it's a very hard mathematical operation. Okay, so that's why we love Python, because Python have libraries. Okay, we can directly use these libraries. So what random is? So suppose there is a program, separate program, random.py. Okay, in this random.py there are many functions like, okay, def. I'm telling you how this import works. Def, what, randint, def random, def shuffle, and def what, choice. Okay, these 4 are the most important function or most important thing in this random function. So I will tell you what this thing do. Suppose now how told you how to import a library, okay, or module. Import, first I will do import random. Okay, where you are writing course, import random, and suppose now I want to use randint. So what I will do, I told you random dot randint. So now what this randint do, it generates a number, a random number between any 2 numbers. So suppose I want to generate a random number between 1 and 10. So I will say 1, that is start, and end. Okay, so it will generate any number between 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is exclusive, we don't include this. If you want to include 10 as well, so you should write 11, 1 to 11. So randint, we know what it do, it generate a random integer number. If you want to generate a random float number, you can do random.random. Okay, so it will generate 0 to 1. It will generate any number between any floating number between 0 to 1, that is 0.1, 0.2, 0.3. Random dot shuffle. So it's very common word, shuffle. You shuffle cards. Okay, so what this do, suppose we have a list of number A, B, C, D. But it will do when you use this shuffle, random dot shuffle, it will shuffle the position. Okay, so now my list will be like this: D, C, B, and A. Okay, any random dot shuffle. And the most important thing that I'm going to explain in this thing is random dot choice. Okay, random dot choice, it is one of the most important thing. Okay, what it do is it select any random number, random item from a list. Okay, suppose I have a list called which is like A, B, C, D. So what random dot choice will do, if I will, my list name is L. Okay, so random dot choice, and I will pass the list name L. So it will give me any random item from this. So suppose it will return me C. So this is so I told you, you want letters, random number, random letters. So this is the functionality we are going to use. We already have a list that is letters, numbers, and symbols. Now we are going to use this random function. We are going to use this random function, random library to get the desired number of number of random numbers, random letters, random numbers, random. So now there is another thing in this. We haven't taken the number of inputs. Okay, so how many letters do we want? We don't know. So what we will do? Number of letters. Okay, so I'm writing in short term number of letters. I will say int input. Okay, enter the number of letters. How many letters do I want? Okay. Okay, similarly, I will use white here. Numbers and number of letters, number of numbers, same thing. I will take input for this. Then number of symbols. Number of symbols. How many symbols do I want? Okay. So these are the three inputs I want. Now I already took these three input, number of letter, number of numbers, and number of system. Now what I want to do, I want to get these number of letters, number of numbers, and number of systems from the list. So next page. So what I will do, I have a list of letters. Okay, A, B, capital A, Z, anything. Okay, and I want, suppose user entered 5 letters. So what I will do, first I need to store all this into a list. Okay, I need to store all this item into a list. So I will make an empty list first of all. Password is equal to empty list. And now I need to take 5 letters from the letters. So what I will do, I will say for I in range. What? I need to take 5 random 0 to 5. So what this means is we are going to run this loop for 5 times, 0 to 4. Okay. And what it will do, it will just append a password dot append, that it will append into an empty list. Or what it will append, it will append any random number from this list. So how I will do this, I will say random dot choice for what, letters. Okay, so every time this loop will run, it will first generate a random letter and then it will append into this password. So suppose first time my loop will run, it will append password, it will append A into the password. Second time my loop will run, it will append Z into my password list. Third time my loop will append, it will append capital A into my password list. Fourth time my loop will append, it will append small b into my password list. And fifth time it will run and it will append U into my password list. Okay, so till now I have this thing. I have got all the alphabets into my password list. Suppose now the user wants 3 numbers. Okay, 3 numbers. So similarly, I will run a for I in range 0 to 3. And what I will do, I will similarly I will do the same thing, password dot append, and but now random dot choice, I will put I will put numbers into this. Okay, because now my list is numbers. Now I want to choose from the numbers list. It was letters earlier. Now I want to choose three random numbers from the numbers list. So now suppose my user, suppose the Python gave me 3 random numbers. So what it will be, suppose the Python gave me 2, 7, and 9. So what I will do, I will append this into this list. I'm just making a list of numbers, letters, and symbol in this password list. Okay. So now my list will be like this: A, Z, A, B, U, 2, 7, 9. Okay. Similarly, suppose user said 2 symbols, Python will give me 2 random symbols and it will be at the rate and exclamatory mark. So this is my whole list. So you might be thinking, okay, now we are done. Now we are done because, wait a second. So you will say, Risha, now we are done because we have, because now you will say, Risha, we are done because we have 5 letters. Okay, 3 numbers and 2 symbols. That was the requirement. But I will say no, because hackers are smart. They know they know you have a pattern, that is 5 letter will come first, then 3 numbers will come first, then 3 number will come next, and then 2 symbol will come at last. So we want to make a level hard for the hacker. So we will say, okay, what I can do. So here comes the action. You might have played cards in the past. Okay. So why do we shuffle the cards? So that there is no cheating. So everyone will get a random card. Okay. So now I have a list of this thing: 5 letters, 3 numbers, and 2 system, 2 S. I will do random dot shuffle. Shuffle is, I told you already, it will shuffle the list element. Okay, and I will pass the password list. Okay, so now earlier my password list was like this: AZABU, but now there will be no pattern. Now my list can be like this. First there will be a number. It's random. Not, I am just telling you example. A, then there will be a number. Then there will be at the rate. Then there will be exclamatory marks. Then there will be another letter. So this is now a level hard. So now I have a shuffled list. So this list is now shuffled. What I will do, I want to print the output. I want a string output. So what I will do, I will make an empty list and I will traverse to the password list. Okay, and add all this answer plus equal to x. So what it will do for x in password, so it means it will traverse through each and every element of this password list and it will add it to an empty string. So this is how it works. So suppose my answer is earlier empty. Now I encounter A, so my answer will be like, okay, A. Now I encounter 2, so answer will be like 2, A2. So this is how it works. And finally we will get a desired tough password to crack. And the hacker will be like, no chance for me. This is all about Python password generator. Thank you very much.
We are dreaming in the dark. We are nothing more than dust. Search but you stay